In this video, I'll be introducing filters and extensions and how you might use them in Inkscape. Now, ideally, I would suggest that you have your image set up so that all the objects are in place, and the last thing you want to do is add your filter or to your extension to your project. A filter will try to change the appearance of the stroke or the fill, as well as some extensions which will behave in a similar way or might even create an object which is generated from information you provide to it. Now, to provide a filter, you would select your object and select filter and select the category you want to apply. They have a few different categories here: color, distort, a few different ones. And you would basically select the effect you want to apply, select live preview if you have the option, always, and then adjust the properties however you need to. When you're ready, you can either apply the changes or discard the changes. I'm going to go ahead and apply the changes, click off, and you can see it has taken a blurred effect. If this is the result you want, you're happy with this, and it's easier than manually creating a blurred effect along the path, creating complex objects, you can go ahead and use filters. I would be careful about using them. I would use them in moderation, and maybe even create a separate file with a bunch of these objects, just these clouds, to see the different effects and make sure it is how I want it to appear in a test file before I apply these changes, because as soon as you start playing around with it, say you want to ungroup this, regroup this, it will no longer have those. So I would be just prepared to apply these changes as a last step and have a test file with samples of these effects and maybe list the properties which I had set up previously with them. You can open up the filter editor, select your object. Ooh, I think it might have crashed there for a second. Sorry about that. It looks like it crashed there for a second. Always good to save your changes. Again, gonna apply the blur effect. And open up the filter editor menu. Here, if you decide that you do not want to see your filter, you can toggle the selection here. You can adjust the properties. It's not doing too much right now. But also you can hide the filter by simply selecting the display mode and selecting the no filters option if for some reason your filters are misbehaving like they did at that moment. Extensions can also create objects based on the information you provide. An interesting one here is how you might generate a QR code. A QR code will take the text you want it to represent as well as the format it's going to be using to generate a pixelated image that you can scan with your phone. Maybe you want this to go to an advertisement, maybe you want this to go to a sales page. It's up to you. You can also apply extensions to colorize your whole image. Let's say you want to randomize all your colors, and you can select what it is being applied to. Again, you can choose to keep the changes or discard them. Now, when you're using filters and extensions, it might be good to look into what these do, or like I said, create a test file in which you just have a series of objects which you apply it to, maybe just files to play around with the extension as well, as you get used to what they're capable of. And that is pretty much what I wanted to cover with extensions in this video.